starting group for the visitors. And it's Carter in at the 2. Pass to Ward. Here's Slim. Here's Vesenkov. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Ntilikina. Offline with a 3. To the middle. There's Motiejunas. Deflected. Here's the 3. Slim with the rebound. Pass to Ntilikina. To the left wing from 20 feet. The bank shot, no good. First quarter, just over a minute played. To the paint. Here's Motiejunas. Lays it up and banks it in.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's Vesenkov. Pass to Dorsey. From downtown. The shot no good. Here's Nora. Here's Manecki. Slim with the rebound.
Great shot contest. Sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Pass to Ward. Here's Dorsey. Counted. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside Carter. Lets it fly. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one.
I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
6 to shoot. Fires it. Here's Slim. Down it goes. Jam that one home.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Now here's Carter. 4-3. Slim with the rebound. Slim's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Ward. Here's Ntilikina. Oh, trying his luck from deep. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And there's a pick. And miss after miss right now. Pass to Dorsey. Out to the wing. Here's Ntilikina. Stripped it away. And they're pushing it up. And he lays it in.
Great recognition. Understanding that that one is all him.
Yeah, beating everyone up the floor and finishes off the break.
Here's Dorsey. Here's Ntilikina. Here he goes. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And here's the fast break. Here's Ward. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. What's up? visitors with the ball. Trailing by 8. Pass to Carter. Shot clock at 6. Yes, it's good. Here's Vezinkov. Three-pointer. The offensive rebound. Here's Slim. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, secures the ball off the glass. Does a nice job going right back up.
Pass to Nora. They set the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Hey, from beyond the arc. And doesn't connect. That miss makes him 2 for 5. Pass to Dorsey. Here's Vezinkov. No made baskets yet. Here's Ward. To the left side wing. From behind the arc. Manecki with a rebound. Outside Carter. Nora, no good.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Here's Vezinkov. Out left to the wing. The 3. No good on the shot. Outside Carter. Down low. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And the visitors call time here.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them quicker.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
Free throw is good. And so he hits both. Pass to Peters. Lets it fly. Nora grabs the board. Here's Ogilvy. three. No luck on that one. A minute 37 left in the first quarter. And Dorsey gets it to go. Dorsey's gone 2 of 4 so far tonight. Here's Nora. Pass to Yunus. Slim with the rebound. Slim's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Dorsey. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Dorsey's got 6 points.
Man, that was fast. They're already up by double digits.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap.
Now here's Butler. Still without a bucket. There's the triple. Slim with the rebound. Slim's got 11 rebounds in the game. To the middle. Here's Peters. Rebound by Ogilvy. 29 seconds left in the first. To the inside. Yunus.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
On the wing, Fournier. And so the first quarter is in the books. Up by 8. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. For those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Lets it go from deep. Counted from distance.
Well, it's a three-point shooting lead. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Pass to Peters. They set the pick. Fires from the wing. That shot is off. And we're now about a minute into the second quarter play. Graham misses. Now here's Fournier. He's scoreless. Pass to Peters. Launches a three. Here's Slim. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass, getting it done.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Now here's Graham. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the three ball.
Second quarter play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Slim. He's got 6. Fades. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
And the visitors call time here. 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Pass to Manecki. And he jams it home with authority.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
Here's Ntilikina. He's got 5. Here's Peters. Now Fournier. He's checked by Carter. 6 to shoot. Pass to Ntilikina. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Here's Slim, and he dunks it down.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch, that's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Now here's Butler. Pass to Manecki. And there's a pick. Oh, there's the alley. Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. Here's Ntilikina. All sorts of time. Manecki with a rebound. Manecki's got his 4th rebound in this one. Ntilikina's gone 2 of 5 tonight. Pass to Butler. Picked by Carter. Here's Manecki. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
Well, when they're playing off you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Slim's got 10.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Outside Butler. Pass to Ogilvy. Back to Carter. Now Butler. Launches it from deep. It's rebounded by Ntilikina. Here's Slim. He's checked by Carter. Slim with a bucket.
But what a half he's had. He has completely warped the shape of this game with his hot shooting.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
They set a pick. Pass to Carter. Here's Manecki. Slim with the rebound. Slim's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Here's Ntilikina. He's got 5. To the right side. Plenty of space. And it's in there. Peters has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. The home team calls timeout. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Commissioner Silver talked about health, and he said that some of the injuries that our young players are experiencing are overuse injuries. In earlier eras, players in school participated in different sports depending on the season. He said perhaps a return to that approach is warranted. Back to me, Ryan.
Interesting thought. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Dorsey. 6 points for him. Jacks up a three. Buries it from three. Dorsey's got 9.
Hey, if you leave a great shooter open, you deserve to get one.
Outside Carter. Pass to Nora. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's Manecki. The rebound by Vazenkov. Here's Dorsey. He's got 9. Here's Vazenkov. Manecki with a rebound. Here's Nora. Fournier covering.
Flying in with the one-hand slam.
That right there was a statement finish. Pass to Vazenkov. Here's Slim. Tries the 9-footer. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Slim's got 10 points now, just in this quarter. Here's Nora. There's a screen. Outside Carter. Pass to Nora. Takes a three. The rebound by Vazenkov. Nora's gone 1 for 3 on the night. Here's Ntilikina. Inside. Here's Vazenkov. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Now here's Carter. Still no points. That three's off the mark. And here's Fournier down low. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. The home team calls timeout.
Start at the line for 2. Timeout home team.
Down the first one. No good on the second free throw. Well, it's going to take something special now to get him back in this game.
Unfortunately, it just doesn't seem like it.
Pass to Dorsey. 1:02 left to play in the first half. To the left wing. Out to the right wing. 5 on the clock. Here's Ntilikina. Manecki with a rebound. Manecki's got rebound number 7 tonight. To the inside. Here we go. Here's Ntilikina. And he makes it on the layup. Ntilikina's got 8.
Yeah, and the advance pass there set it all up. Scanning ahead for the early offense opportunity.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Carter from outside. The rebound by Vezenkov. Vezenkov's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Here's Ward. Off target with the 3. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Leading by 17. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. For the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. The visitors with the ball. 17-point game, and it's Vezenkov in at the 4. Carter from outside. A rebound by Vezenkov. And it's Mona Yunus in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Tries the spin move. Ntilikina, the pass to Slim. On defense, the visiting team. Slim, pass to Ntilikina. Just 5 on the clock from 15 feet away, and he can't bank that one in. Ntilikina's gotten 3 of his 8 shots to go, and it's Slim in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
And it's Nora in at the small forward position.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And the free throw, no good. And it's Slim in at the 5. Pass to Ntilikina. Over to the left wing. Here's Vezenkov. He goes up again. And it's good on the lay-in. Slim's gotten 4 this quarter.
Now, what's the saying? Don't box out, you get your feelings hurt.
And it's Manecki in at the 4-man spot. Back to Carter. To Manecki, fires the 3. He can't get that one to fall.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense out of it. Well, he decided to go with the leaner there. Didn't look like there was a lot of defensive pressure.
Here's Nora. Here's the pick. Pass to Carter. Launches misses it. And Ward pulls it down. Here's Dorsey. He's checked by Carter. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Here's Dorsey. Fires the three. Nora grabs the board.
Well, you're going to struggle when you're forcing up shots like that.
Pass to Mariunas. They still need this. The rebound by Vazenkov. Vazenkov's got 9 rebounds now. Here's Ntilikina. Give him 8 points now. Here's Vazenkov. Oh, deflected. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carter.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
The home team calls timeout. To Ntilikina. Clock at 6. Manecki with a rebound. Ntilikina's gone 3 of 9 tonight from the field. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Nora, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Ntilikina, pass to Slim. Here's Slim. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
He turns the offensive board into a big slam.
Wow, he was so well positioned there. Credit his anticipation. Pass to Nora. They set the screen. Will it go? He buries it from 3. Nora's got 5 now.
Well, he's so potent offensively. It's easy to draw up plays for him.
Here's Vazenkov. Here's Slim. Soft touch off the glass.
He's creating good looks and shooting very efficient.
Pass to Manecki. Here's Nora. He's got 5. The fader. Slim with the rebound.
Great contest of the shot. Could have forced him to fade back more than he'd like.
Here's Ntilikina. Give him 8 points now. Out to the right wing. Oh, he tries a 3. With his second effort. And he lays it up and in. Slim's got 24.
I mean, he's ignoring the scoreboard. He just keeps coming at him.
Well, you have to play like it's a tight game. You cannot let up in this league.
Now here's Carter. No points so far. There's a screen. Knocks down the triple.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest up there.
Pass to Dorsey. Here's the Zinkov. The shot. Noah grabs the board. Here's Manecki. He's got 6. Over to the wing. Releases. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
Three-pointer. Manecki with a rebound. Manecki's got 11 rebounds in the game. Pass to Carter. Can't nail the jumper.
I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks a lot, guys. With the new 11-year, $77 billion TV deal kicking in this season and tons of compelling teams, the NBA is in a great place. Commissioner Adam Silver said the NBA is in as strong as a position as it ever has been. Not just in my time as commissioner, he said, but in my over 3 decades at the league. Brian, back to you.
Not saying something. All right, thank you, Allie. Both teams will make substitutions. Picked it out of midair. To the paint. Slim with a bucket. Slim's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Well, he's been a lot of their offense, and the numbers certainly show it.
Outside Carter. Here's Nora. He's got 5. From the arc. Slim with the rebound. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
Pass to Dorsey. Fires for 3. A rebound by Ogilvy. Dorsey's gone just 1 for 4 from deep. To the middle. Here's Manecki. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
That's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Here's the Zinkov. Pass to Dorsey. Ooh, give him his 5th make of the game in 10 attempts.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the puck.
Dorsey's gone 5 of 10 from the floor. And here's Carter. 1:04 left to play in the third quarter here. Here's Butler. Here's Manecki. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Butler. Off the mark from 16 feet.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time you just couldn't get it done.
Here's Ward. 5 points in the game. Here's Dorsey. Connects from downtown. Dorsey's got 14 points for the game.
He's been a piece of the puzzle tonight, but it's a team effort. Everyone's contributing to this lead.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Now here's Carter. To the wing, right side. Here's Lenecki. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Ward. Stolen by Carter. Fires from way outside. Doesn't go for him. And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Delivering the blowout. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And it's Peters in at the 4. Here's Peters. Pass to Dorsey. Puts up a 3. Booking again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look from
First team foul. Substitution for your home team.
Shot clock at 5. Hey, expanding his range. Peters grabs the miss.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Right wing. Lets the 3 fly. No luck on that one. Peters has gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Out left to the wing. Here's Ogilvy. Inside. Final quarter of play. About a minute and a half off the clock. It's stolen. Pass to Butler. And here's the fast break. That one drops for him.
And that was a case of great anticipation skills on defense, sparking the transition game.
Well, as a coach, you're always telling your guys to play hard. That's what we need. What's up?
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Outside Fournier. Six on the shot clock. Left side Jones. Rebounded by Butler. Ogilvy. Butler surveying the floor. And it's off from three-point range. They are blowing this one open.
Maybe the only question is how big will this lead grow?
Here's Peters. Over Butler. Peters, no good. Fournier covering. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And the visitors call time here.
Coach definitely wants to talk about their interior defense, which has not been impressive.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
Makes it first. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. There's the drive. Uses the glass on the layup.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Pass to Ogilvy. And here's Butler, guarded by Morris. Here's Ogilvy. Now Butler. There's the triple. Jones grabs the board. Butler's gone just 1 of 5 from the floor. With the floater, and the shot goes in.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. To the wing, right side. Fournier covering, banked it in off the glass.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Morris outside. Outside Fournier. Pass to Peters. He shoots a 3. And it's Moto Yunus with the rebound. Down low. Soft touch off the glass.
Look, that's an opportunity you don't pass up.
Morris outside. Fournier, a screen on Butler. 6 to shoot. Pass to Peters. There's the 3. Fires in the triple.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Here's Ogilvy. And he converts the layup.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
To the left side wing. Pass to Morris. Tries again. The shot by Fournier, no good. Fournier's gone 1 for 3 away from the field here. And here's Butler outside. Nails it from beyond the arc.
The D lagging on the break, and he makes them pay full price.
And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
At the pick. Over Fournier. And that one's low.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Here's Peters. He shoots it. Jump shot is good. Peters has got 5 points now in the quarter. Peters has gone 4 for 8 from the floor. Pass to Manecki. Here's Nora. Fournier covering.
Fourth team foul. Coming out of the floor for your home team, number 34, Corey Joseph.
The home team on D. Pass to Manecki. Here's Nora. Just 5 to shoot. Over Fournier. Jones grabs the board. Jones has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Joseph. Pass to Peters. Outside the arc. And it's Motoyunas with the rebound. Peters has gone 1 for 4 from distance. Here's Nora. Outside Carter. Here's the 3. Jones grabs the board. Jones has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Joseph. Over to the left wing.
2 minutes remaining to go. 2 minutes.
Oh, from deep. And it's Motoyunas with the rebound. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Pass to Peters. On the wing, Fournier. No good, off the front rim. Fournier's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Here's Manecki. Back to Carter. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Willing passes, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Here's Joseph. He's checked by Carter. Pass to Peters. Over to the wing. 16 feet out. That shot missing. Here's Nora. 30 seconds left in the game. Here's Carter. 2 points. That one goes.
One positive takeaway, at least they're finally showing signs of life out there.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
Here's Joseph. And so the home crowd treated to a win. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence,
operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump. Once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that'll do it, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.